About the nationwide protest by the Congress party, while in Delhi we saw Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi, the top brass of the Congress party, all out on the streets today. Sonia Gandhi, of course, was protesting in Parliament premises, all of them wearing black clothes to mark the protest that they were undertaking because of the price rise, GST and other economy-related issues. There was a nationwide protest as well by the party, be it Bhopal, Mumbai, Assam. The Congress party was protesting over inflation and other issues where several workers, leaders were seen on the streets holding placards and shouting slogans against the government. Now in Tamil Nadu, the Congress took to the streets in Chennai against overall price hike, particularly against the recent levy of GST on branded food items. Around 200 Congress workers were detained by the Chennai police as they attempted to march to the Raj Bhavan. NDTV's Sam Daniel sends us this report.
The Tamil Nadu Congress is staging a protest near the Raj Bhavan in Chennai, taking up the issue of overall price rise across the country. In particular, they are up in arms against the recent levy of GST against a few branded food items, which led to hike in price of rice, curd and lassi. The party is also critical of what they call the waiver of 10 lakh crore loan by the central government to various corporate houses.
They also raised GST for milk, pencil, geometry box. It is affecting the common public, and also we are against the ED. Government and ED, they are working like a BJP party wing, like a student, and like BJP is having two wings.
They say the GST council, the state government did not oppose it.
No, it was opposed. They are forgetting that. See, yesterday the Nirmala Sitharaman has not answered properly. You see that for milk powder, for lactogen, they have raised the tax 20 rupees.
The Congress workers are attempting to march towards the Raj Bhavan, which is not far away from this location. But the Chennai police has brought these vehicles to take them under custody, and many of these workers were actually courting arrest in the city.
Modi government is raised the gas rate 1,600 rupees. And we are Congress period, it was a 400 rupees. Highest class, poor class, middle class, all the people are suffering. There is no job for any type of people. Without job, we are suffering. So we still continue this agitation against for the Modi government.
Well, and massive protests by the Congress leaders were seen in Guwahati as well. Supporters were seen outside the Raj Bhavan. Chaotic scenes with Congress supporters breaking the barricades led by State Congress Chief Bhopal and Guwahati. Hundreds of Congress workers were detained by the cops.
With the rest of the country, Congress leaders and supporters have taken out a massive Raj Bhavan Chalo Abhiyan in Guwahati. You can see here security personnel now stopping Congress leaders and supporters who are protesting against price rise and other issues outside the Raj Bhavan in Guwahati. There is a scuffle happening between Congress supporters and police. Lot of jostling, and the Congress supporters and leaders trying to break the barricade that the police have put up and march towards Raj Bhavan. They are being led by the Assam Congress President Bhopal and Guwahati, but police are stopping them from coming near to the Raj Bhavan. This is part of a nationwide protest which Congress is organizing across the country. In fact, in national capital, Congress is supposed to move to the Rashtrapati Bhavan, but you can see here the Congress leaders marching towards the Raj Bhavan, and they are being dragged by the police personnel. Massive use of force by the authorities here. So these are the scenes from outside the Raj Bhavan in Guwahati, where Congress supporters are protesting against price rise, against the use of central agencies against their leaders. That's what they're protesting against. And there you can see now a barricade has been put up here by police, and the Congress leaders and supporters are trying to break the barricade and march towards the Raj Bhavan in Guwahati. These are chaotic scenes from outside the Raj Bhavan in Guwahati from the Congress protest here in Guwahati. With camera person Nakul Rabha, Ratndeep Chaudhary for NDTV.